Welcome and namaste to this new clip. I'm super delighted that you are joining this session today. We are going to talk about something very spicy and hot, something not so comfortable, and it is what it means to break up from a relationship. What are the consequences? Is it good to break up from a relationship? And how to repair yourself once you are broken or left behind in a relationship. So first of all, I want to say that I've been in a few relationships in my lifetime, and I think when you are not a monk or a priest, or if you not have found your one partner and you stick with him your entire life, you will not come around the experience of breaking up. And breaking up is always a painful experience. Sometimes very necessary in order that life and your evolution can really progress, that you can walk your journey, your hero's journey again. Sometimes, reflecting back on my life, it was deeply necessary to separate. But it was painful as hell. First, we have to understand what is happening in a relationship. There is a deep, intimate connection. That's the essence of every love relationship, an intimate, deep connection. And when this connection is like this, it's almost like a bondage. Yeah, bondage. That's sometimes why they, in a marriage, they bond something around, because it's a bondage. And this bondage will be there for maybe a year, 2 years, 5 years, and it will get very tight, energetically, totally interwoven. And now with a breakup, what happens? You have to, you have to disconnect all these patterns, all these energetics, all this interconnectedness. You have to unleash it again. Unleash is the right word. So really unleash the whole interconnection again. And this is damn painful. That is why so many people, they prefer to keep this interconnected, but there is not much going on in their relationship anymore. They're not really loving, they're not alive, they're not passionate about each other, they don't really see each other, but they don't want to give up this interconnectedness because it's just so deep. And once you rip this apart, you will first fall into a dark place, in a very dark place, because you are then completely vulnerable, completely wounded. Yeah, the moment you know what I mean. You unleash all this interconnectedness, there is a wound, a really bleeding wound. You can say your heart energetically is bleeding the hell. That is why it is so painful. And we have to accept that. You have to embrace this pain, and you have to know, okay, I'm going now through hell. I'm going to suffer. I'm going to bleed. I'm going to be injured. And the base of every moment when you separate in a relationship, you have to accept. So we see that the spiritual principle of acceptance has to be applied in pretty much all areas of life. And of course, especially when you break up from your relationship, accept it. And my partners have been 5 times separating them from the relationship from me. And there were different intensities in the painfulness. There were different time ranges where I really suffered immensely. So and I can now reflect on that, when the relationship was really a continuously struggle, and there was a lot of pain, and you were injuring each other emotionally, verbally, maybe even physically. Not happened in my case, but so that if there is a lot of drama going on, then the separation, in my experience, will take longer than when you bring clarity and respect and love to just see, okay, it is time to go on. It is for one of the partner, when he brings in the clarity and brings it with love and compassion, I need to separate, I need to go my way, then it is a much more gentle suffer. Still suffering, but it's not so complete, you're not so completely lost in the pain. And of course, the more spiritually and consciously aware you are, the more you will see yourself, okay, I'm going through the pain, but I am not the pain. That was really beautiful this time when a month ago I separated, or she separated from me. I went through the pain and I did not completely lost myself. But it is as well because the breakup was not dramatic. It was really a reflection, and it was an act of honesty and an act of truth from her side. So I could really take it. Even though I felt injured, I felt lost, I felt disconnected, this unleashing process took place. And I would say like 3-4 weeks I was just suffering, not being complete, not feeling complete at all, missing all the time the partner, where there was such a great amount of interaction, of intimate interaction, which you suddenly then feel this is part of who you are, part of who you feel. And when this interactive, energetic, spiritual exchange suddenly breaks apart, and then you're wounded, you're lost. And I accept that I'm lost. I feel injured, my heart is bleeding, I'm crying. And this is the acceptance. And from this point of acceptance, there opens up a gateway to healing. And this is important. There is a gateway opening to healing. And the less resistance, I want to have her back. How can I manage to have her back? Or I need someone else immediately to compensate that. This is all coming out of tension, coming out of fear, coming out of not being able to hold the pain, embrace the pain. So sometimes, of course, it's okay to escape and to try and meet friends and to talk and to forget the pain, or to don't feel the pain so much. But you have to face it. You have to embrace it. That's the path of healing. Face it, take it, see it, feel it. And then you walk, or you find alignment back to your hero's journey, to your feel, to your vibration, to your alignment to source. And this path brings, it's really intense. It's like, sometimes it's a battle, a real battle. But eventually, time will heal. And you will walk your hero's journey again. And now I'm really in this mind of state. So, wow, do I really need a partnership? Do I really need to find again this interconnectedness with someone? Because once you feel complete again, once you established alignment and connection to source, you are complete. You have this connection with God, with the source, with divine presence, which is the real source of power. When you exchange with divine presence, with your soul, when you exchange with the cosmos, the spiritual dimension, this is the real relationship we need, in my opinion, in my experience now. So always when you connect to a person, it is just a very limited exchange you can have. And you will always create some kind of interdependentness. And is this what I want? Is this really what I'm looking for? Yes, there is a very sweet components in relationship. There is this sense of being nourished, this sense of being loved, this sense of someone caring about you. You can care about someone. But right now, I'm not so sure if this is really what I'm looking for. Rather, just stay with myself, stay with my vibration, with my alignment, and keep walking my hero's journey. Because every relationship will come to an end. And you will again go through this process of suffering. Again, you will go through this process of letting go of complete identification and interconnectedness with your partner. And on a spiritual, really aligning to spirit, there is maybe not any more a need to be in a partnership. Maybe it is not any more necessary to have one partner. But this is something that, life will teach. We'll see. I don't really have an answer for that. I just have a feeling. Because the moment I'm going for a partnership, I'm somehow disaligning from my own path and connection to spirit, because I'm connecting with another person. And when I'm connecting with another person, my energy goes to this person. But as well, maybe here I can work to still hold the alignment and be in a partnership. Maybe there is a chance to combine that. Just in my experience, it is challenging, let's say challenging. All right, thanks for watching. I hope there were some ideas maybe interesting for you. And always remember, accept the pain when you go through. It will be a tremendous pain, tremendous suffering, tremendous storm, a battle. But this is the gateway. Embrace it to the healing, to your reconnectedness, to your reconnection and alignment to source. That your energy field that you feel as a bubble complete and the force of nature again. You have to go through it. And I think one of the worst things you can do is immediately go with the next partner, because you didn't learn the message. You didn't learn the ability to reconnect to your source, which should always be our priority, your source. All right, thanks for watching. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.